Palma. Oh,
man.
that's unfair, and Palma 7 points in the game.
To Del Fuentes.
Oh, wow.
Delgado takes the shot and knocks it down. Maloria is open. 3-point.
Oh, my goodness!
Face a jumper by Robin Celis. Natalviano has time. Just posterized by
It's the 7th home defense of the Bataan Risers. 4th time here at the Orion Sports Complex in Bataan. And for our main attraction, we feature Jmar Gimpayan, who's been a solid performer in their last few games para dito sa Biñan. Going up against Ives Sazon, has struggled at home but we know can explode at any given time para dito sa Bataan Risers, who will defend their home turf laban ang Biñan. Magandang gabi mga kaliga, Ken Panglinan with Coach Mike Perez, and at courtside, Miss Lyra Punsalan. Coach Mike, it's been a struggle so far for Bataan despite having a solid lineup going up against Biñan, one of the hottest teams in the South. How do you see this matchup playing out?
Well, ang magandang tinitingnan ko dito is kung paano magkakaroon ng changes para dito sa Bataan for the better. I mean, you talked about the talent that they have on their roster and pretty much a lot of potential for Bataan, and the hope is once you go up against a very strong team in Biñan, makikita natin kung paano sila mag-perform.
You're watching us live on our official MPBL YouTube channel, and also mapapanood nyo po kami on Solar Sports every Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays starting at 6 p.m. And Jmar Gimpayan has been averaging a double-double in their last 8 games. And Coach Mike, dito sa laban nila, no? In their last matchup against Marikina, another impressive performance para dito kay Waray.
He's just one of the 2 players that scored above 10 points in that game. At saka maganda dito kay Jmar, does not command so much of the ball. Very active in cuts and chasing rebounds. Kaya makita mo 14 points in that game against Marikina, 8 of them in the first quarter. Efficient field goal shooting, going 6 out of 7. And the 8 rebounds pretty much tells you the kind of player that itong Jmar Gimpayan provides para dito sa Biñan.
One of those energy bunnies, ika nga, no, para dito sa Biñan. And that energy will certainly be needed going up against Bataan, who is desperate for a win tonight, Coach Mike. And Ives Sazon is also desperate to find consistency here para sa Bataan. Although he had a strong outing in this loss against Nueva Ecija, it's been up and down para dito kay Ives.
Oo. At saka overall subpar shooting from the field in that game, but did a good job in making threes. He was actually 3 out of 8 pagdating sa 3-point region, shooting 37%. But you know that versus Nueva Ecija, Ives shot above his average, but you know yung capability niya, and you'd like to believe he'll be so much better when it comes to percentages, lalo na the need for an outside scoring guy para dito sa Bataan.
And the explosion is something that the Bataan fans want to see galing dito kay Ives Sazon. And when we compare these two squads, Coach Mike, makikita natin itong Bataan pretty much mid in a lot of departments. Samantala, itong Biñan is one of the best teams defensively in our league.
Yeah, and if there's one glaring difference when you look at these numbers, that's the second line right there. It's the points allowed. That's almost a 10-point difference between these two. You know, Biñan pretty much loves defensive rebounding and assisting stats, which are pretty much a little bit of an advantage on their side. Samantalang more of scoring naman and better at converting second chance opportunities para dito sa Bataan. But again, it really goes back to that second line. Who is the better defensive team? Right now, based on the numbers, it seems that Biñan is the better one at that department.
Alright, Biñan kontra Bataan in our main attraction. Punta na natin si Richard Tampos for our starters.
At Orion Sports Complex, Barangay Pag-asa, Orion, Bataan. This is the 2025 Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 7. Join me in welcoming the starting lineups. Introducing first, the Biñan Tatag Gel Beast Motorcycle Tire GameX. At guard number 0, Pamboy Raymundo. Forward number 4, Warren Bonifacio. To guard number 22, Carlo Lastimosa. At forward number 88, Kenny Roca Curva. Playing as center number 3, Kristan Big Boy Hernandez. The head coach is Boyet Fernandez. Assistant coaches Gino Manansala, Gino Manuel, Eliazar Cabutoda, and J.R. Manansala. LGU partner Mayor Jel Alonte with Ruben Tan and Monching Talisayon. The team honors Jit Año Nuevo. And now, for your One Bataan Risers, Kamaya Coast. Playing center number 4, JL. Forward number 11, Rafi Octobre. Two guard number.
A lot of experience on the side of Biñan.
I actually like how both teams have put in their starters. I mean, Kapulong to be starting against Big Boy, and you've got that Batman-Robin combination of Ramirez and Alfred Flores going up against, you know, the duo naman of Kenny Roca Curva, Lastimosa, and even Pamboy Raimundo. And, you know, matchups-wise, very interesting para these dalawang teams na ito.
Pamboy to Big Boy Hernandez. Biñan is on the midst of a 4-game winning streak while coming off back-to-back losses ang Bataan, and that's a great way to start off your defensive possession, forcing Biñan into a shot clock violation.
And the thing is, that ball was in the hands of Warren Bonifacio, who is pretty much a good decision maker. And for you to, you know, force them into a turnover speaks a lot of a very strong start defensively para dito sa Risers.
Alfred Flores has found his groove the last couple of games, has had to step up with the absence of Robbie Darang. Sasabihin ko dapat Robbie Manalang.
That's how I heard it. I thought you were going to say that. But you corrected yourself just in time.
Lastimosa, skip pass. Buti na lang, di natapik ni Yambing, ha?
Oo.
And another turnover, back-to-back miscues laban dito sa Biñan.
Very important here for Biñan to be able to, you know, be consistent with their performance against this home team in Bataan.
At foul ay itatawag laban sa Biñan. It's gonna be against Pamboy Raimundo. Thought that someone got away with a traveling violation. Inbound, galing dito kay Alfred Flores. Kapulong. Laban kay Big Boy. Big Boy matchup talaga yan, Coach Mike.
Oo, length. Maybe, you know, wala masyadong advantage si Big Boy dyan, pero yung heft, clearly, in my opinion, Kapulong has got that.
Roa Curva against Rind William Bing. Bonifacio flashing out. Thought he got fouled. And one and done that time by Biñan.
Right off the bat, not really good offensive sets to start the game para dito sa Biñan.
Yambing for free, rolling out. Bonifacio with a rebound. Raimundo laban kay Alfred Flores. Handoff to Lastimosa. Biñan running their set. Raimundo. Yambing has been really active playing the passing lanes, but that time caught with that foul.
Alam mo, isa sa mga changes na nagustuhan ko dito para sa Bataan, you know, getting more minutes para dito kay Rin William Bing. You understand when he played for Bataan, for Quezon City last season, he was really good, and you know, the hope is, you know, he does the same here for Bataan this season.
Roa Curva able to slide through and score. 2-all tayo. 2 minutes gone by in quarter number 1. Flores nagtitimon para sa Bataan. Octobre, papunta kay Tutoy Ramirez. The floater will not work. Roa Curva with a rebound. Kenny. The pass to Warren. Pamboy against Alfred. Raimundo, pocket pass intended to Bonifacio. Lastimosa gliding in but can't hit it. Hernandez inside. And that's 2 quick fouls whistled against Rin William Bing.
And that's one thing they gotta be very careful of. Yung personal fouls para sa kanilang mga big men. In this case, would be Rin William Bing. You understand that Big Boy Hernandez is always going to be trying to crash those boards, either offensively or defensively.
This free throw brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Alam mo, gustong-gusto kong nasa starting lineup ito dahil tapos si Richard Tapos yung game announcer.
Big. I love it how he does that. Parang very similar to how they do it for the Pistons, no? Kay
Benualas.
Benualas, right?
Gustong-gusto daw ni Big Boy yan. Sabi ni Richard.
Talaga.
Kapulong nakakadalawa na kay Big Boy dito.
So does that mean that Richard Campos is the official hype man of Big Boy Hernandez? Parang ganun no?
May matching shaking pa ng ulo yan ni Richard Tapos pag ina-announce niya yung pangalan niya ni Big Boy.
Kailangan mabidyoan si Richard pag...
Nakuhanan nga yan. Di ba meron tayo mga MPBL extras?
Nandun ba?
Nandun!
I gotta see that.
Well, this play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Good move right there on little horns action with that horns clear. And then you get that ball on that one of the two elbow big man. The other man just dives underneath. And a good pass right there for Capulong.
Bounce pass to Warren Bonifacio. Laban kay Rafi Octobre. Bonifacio, hook shot, no. Flores the rebound, the outlet quickly. Tutoy Ramirez, high off the glass. Well challenged by Kenny Roacorva. Lastimosa, pull-up jumper. Knocks that one down, plus a foul.
Good momentum here for Biñan. Starting it off on the defensive end with Kenny Roacorva challenging that drive by Ramirez. And then a quick outlet on that jumper finish by Carlo Lastimosa. And Carlo pretty much catch and shoot. He can do it. He can knock it down.
Former Benid Blazer, Carlo Lastimosa. Pasok yung kanyang free throw. It's 7-4. Biñan with a 3-point lead. Bataan already in penalty. At wala pa tayong 6 na minuto na lalabi dito sa ating unang period. Ives Sazon. That's a sweet spot. That one popping out.
Yeah, pretty much makeable yung action na yun. Little cute cut for Ives, but didn't knock it down.
Off the bench this time. Yun yung masakit. Penalty na. Cheap foul given up by Alfred Flores.
Pero pretty much on the middle ball screen action, you involve Pamboy Raimundo with Big Boy Hernandez, and then easily on the low block, you've got on that one side Warren Bonifacio on the post-up. Either way, there's a lot of threat offensively para dito sa Biñan. A rolling big man in Big Boy Hernandez, and then a very good post-up guy in Warren Bonifacio. Not to mention the two other guys on the weak side involving Carlo Lastimosa and even Kenny Roacorva.
Split at the line for Big Boy Hernandez. Point of emphasis, isa rin dyan from Coach Boyd Fernandez is making their free throws at an efficient rate. Yan yung babantayan natin with Biñan. As Alfred Flores turns the corner and scores for the Risers.
I feel that's one of the aspects of the game that the Bataan Risers desperately need. A point guard that can actually dribble down the lane, cause that defense to collapse, and finish if needed.
Bonifacio, laban ulit kay Octobre. Credit to Rafi for holding his ground.
Yes. So far, ang ganda ng depensa nila dito kay Warren Bonifacio.
Ball reversal. Lastimosa can't hit the free. And also credit Bataan holding Biñan to one shot. Ramirez buries the three-pointer.
When you talk about chemistry, these two guys have played alongside each other for quite a while now. Speaking of Ramirez and Alfred Flores, and you immediately see that confidence that Ramirez was going to take that three and make it after a pass by Alfred.
And their games really mesh well. Si Ramirez at si Flores.
Yeah, definitely.
Lastimosa, pinahirapan doon ni Tutoy Ramirez. Flores now at the controls. Whips a pass to Ives Sazon, puts it on the deck. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Lastimosa tracks it down for Biñan.
One good shot from Ives Sazon, the second one not so much because the defense was all over him.
Dito may depensa
Oh,
talaga ni
wow.
Octubre.
Oh.
Lahat pinapahirapan niya eh.
Agree. Rafi Octubre has been very impressive here to start the game defensively for the Risers.
Now the catch, Octubre against Bonifacio. Entry pass, Capulong. One-hander. He is feasting on the defense of Big Boy Hernandez right now.
We always talk about two-man action between a guard and a big. But when you involve a couple of bigs in actions like those, that's called a jumbo action. And so far, the jumbo action between those two guys, Capulong and Rafi Octubre, has done marvelous things for the Risers.
Hernandez gustong bumawi. High off the glass. Wala. Capulong the rebound. Bataan with a 3-point lead. Mind you, they have a better record here in Orion, 2-1, as compared to only 1-2 at the Bataan's People's Center.
Well, another good setup there for the Risers. Ives really just couldn't knock it down, but that one's just pure handles and good finish for Kenny.
Dami niyang dinaanan doon. Roa Curva with a remarkable finish.
Ang mabigat doon, wala nakapigil.
And that was his offhand.
Yes.
Flores stepping back for free, too strong. Ball ends up with Kenny Roa Curva. Roa Curva, laban sa apat, nakakuha ng foul.
That's one of the toughest things to do and to stop. Kenny Curva with the ball from backcourt going downhill and nobody stopping him. Look at that. Going with the offhand, right-hand finish for a left-hand player, going the right side of the floor.
And free throws coming up for Kenny Roa Curva, who's their leading scorer so far, Coach Mike. And ganda na naging journey nito eh. From Camotes Island, Cebuano. Did not even play in the NCAA, although he got in with Letran. Kaya lang inabutan din siya ng pandemic and had a breakout season with Pasig back in Season 5.
Well, pretty much Kenny is, of the 19 games that he's started in 9 of them, leads the team in minutes. He's second in points. He's third when it comes to rebounds and number 1 when it comes to steals. And just an overall value that the Kenny Curva brings for Biñan. Oh, Pamboy Raimundo.
Smooth looking stroke for Pamboy. Once played for Bataan under Coach Jong with Chico. Kung yun yung mga glory days ng One Bataan Risers.
Yeah.
Minus the spin. High off the glass and in. Plus a foul.
I have covered a number of Bataan games. And I would like to say this has been the good and the best so far substitution rotations I've seen from Bataan. And that good finish by Mitch Minus just shows you how much of an athletic player Mitch Minus really has been for the Bataan Risers. Has he gone there yet to the type of Mitch Minus for Bataan? I don't think so, but definitely with this kind of start, the hope is he does.
At ang Bataan, nasa kanila ulit ang lamang. With almost 2 minutes remaining here. Roa Curva forcing it up. Hubert Cani now in. The pass Minus with a running start. Oh, what a pass.
Yeah, what a pass.
Sazon for free. Book it.
You were on the money on that one, kid. That was what a pass. Coming off transition, you try to swing it over on a ball reversal, and pretty much how you caused that defense to come in late, and Ives Sazon just knocking it down.
Raimundo Mintis. Sa mga diagonal na cross-court pass,
Right.
it really makes your defense scramble. And as a result, nalibre doon si Ives Sazon for our 3-point shot brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances.
And he recognizes that everybody was collapsing on him on that right side of the floor. You gotta look weak side. And once you find a good shooter that's free on the other end, you have to give it up, which is exactly what they did. And Ives really just did his thing, knocking down that 3.
Labang ng 4 ang Bataan. Chris Xavier, libre para sa 3. Short. Biñan, the rebound.
He might have missed that, but I like that Chris took it because he definitely has that touch from there.
Subido. Bounce pass, Biñan. Floats it up. Doesn't get the bounce. Minus with a rebound. Mitchell Minus. Will slam on the brakes. Wants to work with Jamil Gabawan. Being pressured. He recovers. 10 seconds still on their shot clock. Sazon stepping back for 3. Off to the left. And Biñan is up in arms.
They will review this. They will check on this.
Karina Martin will correct herself.
The entire bench of Biñan up in arms after it happened right in front of
Kaya
them.
nga eh.
But speaking of, well, they corrected themselves. That's a better way to do it.
Ballesteros, papunta kay Jmar Gimpayan. He will not take it from there.
Flex action, that left side of the floor, getting nothing.
Peña Redondo, pasa kay JJ Pido, pupukol sa 3. No good. The rebound by Jamil Gabawan.
Shooting's not been so friendly for Biñan. They're shooting roughly about 28% so far from the field. Samantalang 43% para dito sa Bataan. And somehow it looks that they are more comfortable taking shots, speaking of the Bataan Risers.
Sazon makes his move. Drifting left. And knocking down a seemingly looking easy shot, but a tough one galing kay Ives.
So far, all the shots of Ives Sazon, save for that fader on that right side of the floor, which happened to be his second shots, have all been very comfortably looking para dito kay Ives.
And boy, what a turnaround by Bataan in the closing moments of the first quarter. Dahil lumamang na yung Biñan dito, it was 13-8, Coach Mike. An 11-0 run to cap off quarter number 1.
But you gotta give credit where credit is due, and I feel the bigs of the Bataan Risers, including Rafi Octubre and Capulong, have played well alongside each other. But Kenny Rocacurva has tried his best to initiate something para dito sa Biñan. But the shooting has been back for Ives Sazon, and the Risers are playing with a lot of flow to start this game.
As a result, they're up by 6, 19-13 over Biñan.
In the last 2 games, the defense was definitely there. That's what Coach Boyet Fernandez said that's been working out for them. Kaya nasa 4-game winning streak na din daw sila. He said Mark Pingris and Carlo Lastimosa are also back today, adding to their confidence boost dahil Helmand nga raw ang August para sa kanila to be facing Nueva Ecija, Caloocan, and even San Juan in their next games. Kaya kailangan daw talaga nilang isecure ang panalo tonight. That's why his marching orders are control the rebounds, sprint on defense, limit transition points, and completely stop Bataan in their home court. And let's see if it happens. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. Kaka-birthday lang ni Coach Boyet. And ang kahiling-hilingan niya sa kanyang mga manlalaro is may panalo yung stretch of games sila in August na alam natin napakahirap na stretch yan, Coach Mike.
Yeah, and so far they're on a 4-game winning streak. They are 4-1 in their last 5 games. They are above 500. They're number 3 in the South. As we see another good, offensive set here para sa Bataan Risers.
And I'm telling you, Ives Sazon has come out to play. He knows the struggles he had at home at gusto niyang makabigay ng panalo, para dito sa Bataan, who has a 3-3 home record this season.
Yep.
At tandaan natin, ang sakit ng pagkatalo nila against Mindoro in somewhat controversial fashion as we have a foul whistled on Biñan. And you like how Bataan continues to attack the paint, Coach Mike.
Oh, and the spacing has been, just right for them. Enough for guys like Ives Sazon to create off of it and really just being very crafty against that shot blocking ability of Ballesteros.
Minus, pasok yung kanyang unang free throw.
The Risers are back, in my opinion. I mean, if you're gonna base it on how they play right now, see Coach
Coach Bataan
Bataan.
nasa bench with Biñan. Sorry, with Bataan.
Bataan, right.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. This is now a 10-point lead for the Risers as Jmar Gimpayan finally snaps that cold spell para dito sa Biñan.
So far, the Warren Bonifacio effect has not been felt in this game. I feel for the very first time for Biñan. He normally would start out the game and dictate a lot of what Biñan would do. That's a travel.
Now the challenge for Bataan right now, Coach Mike, is how to hold on to this lead. Because if you remember, as we check out this move, this was Subido connecting with Gimpayan for that basket. Nung laban nila, Coach Mike, well, against Mindoro, they were also ahead. Actually, dun pala sila nagabol. It was against Davao Occidental. They had a big lead. I think they were up by as many as 18 points. Humabol yung Davao Occidental. They made it a one-point ball game as Pinoy Sakuragi, sikat na sikat pa rin siya hanggang dito, no? And the Orion crowd loving him as he makes his first appearance. Well, just talking about yung last home win nila, no? Muntik pa silang matalo doon. Muntik na silang mahabol ng Davao.
Right.
And also, when you look at their losses at home, lahat dikit. They lost their opening home game against Jensan by just 3 points. Talo sila against Ilagan Isabela by 2.
2 points.
It was here in Orion. And then yung last game na nila against Mindoro na 2 points lang. So,
Yes.
you know, when you look at it on both sides, it's been tough. But you also know that they're capable of hanging around with the top teams in our league.
Well, simply put, they just ran out of time in those games. I mean, they were in there, they were competing. But the good news is, right now, with the way that they're starting, everybody seems to be in the right place, with the right role, and the right mentality. And everything, the flow so far, if you ask me, and as much as how this game has been going, Bataan is in a really good space right now.
Labang sila ng 8. 23-15. Flores back in for the Risers. 2 minutes gone by in quarter number 2.
Even this set has been pretty good. Even this set's been pretty good.
That was also a shot that looked nice from Chris Xavier. Just couldn't knock it down.
Oh.
He's been averaging 12.4 points, 10.6 rebounds, and 1.3 steals on 52.8 shooting from the field in his last 8 games.
Which is a far cry from his overall season average of 9. And so you see that, I guess, intentional move to be more active offensively. And I think it helped also that Warren Bonifacio is on the floor for him because it helps space out the paint and allow him to operate exclusively inside with a really good passing big man in Warren Bonifacio.
Well, Curva also back in for Biñan, Peña Redondo to Subido. Curva pulling it back out. Peña Redondo sets his feet, fires. Too strong on that outside shot. Ball will stay with Biñan.
Yan ang maganda nakukuha mo dito kay Alfred Flores. After that shot from the corner, he immediately helped out Rafi Octubre on that defensive rebound. Unfortunately, he touched the ball outside last. And so this ball is going to stay with Biñan.
Timeout with 6:33 left. Bataan with a 6-point lead. Special deal from OneXBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. And Coach Mike, ito no, yung nakikita natin for Biñan, yung matinding pagsubok nila sa buwan na ito. Nueva Ecija, Caloocan, San Juan, sunod-sunod.
Oo. Yan ang talagang magsusubok dito sa Biñan, which is like what Lyra reported earlier. Talagang pinaghahandaan nila itong month ng August because this is going to be a huge test for this Biñan team.
Sweet looking stroke from the former UST Growling Tiger, Renzo Zubido.
Getting that off the handoff and a one dribble pull-up. Pretty much, Renzo Zubido territory.
Baba na sa 4 na lang ito, no? Kanina, it was at 10. Kapulong has had his way against Big Boy earlier. A much more experienced Mark Pingre is trying to contain him. But he commits a foul.
See that action right there. Kapulong with a one-hander getting clipped on his way. Pero kung gusto mo yung yung intent nito ni Kapulong, talagang I will not be intimidated by the Sakuragi right in front of me. I will get this shot off because this is within the flow of how we run the offense.
24-19. Ayan, no? Magkaakbay pa si Coach Ogie saka si Coach Mac. Coach Mac initially started with Basilan, now finding himself with Bataan. 8 points now for JL Kapulong.
And getting in, a different perspective from a new part of the coaching staff really brings you fresh ideas. I think that's, in my opinion, what Coach Ogie has gotten out of Coach Mac. You see there, Coach Mac immediately, rising on a defensive coverage.
Mark Pingres inside for 2 points.
Again, just recognition of ball movement and mismatches underneath. You've got one of the most veteran big man inside the paint. With the defense coming in late, you got to give it to him and allow him to operate from there.
25-21, 5.5 to go in the second period. Flores, masyadong malakas yung kanyang tira.
And Flores got to be more efficient in that situation. Makeable shot in a makeable area, you have to knock that down.
Roa Curva fouled again, earning himself 2 free throws. Play of the game brought to you by OneXBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with OneXBet.
That action really started from the good decision-making of Renzo Sobido. 2 on the ball, release it. That releases the pressure. That shifts the defense, peels off. You've got cross matches, and the second guy that gets that ball will actually feed it off to the next guy that's free underneath, which happens to be Mark Pingres.
Curva, pasok yung unang free throw. Pasok din yung pangalawa. And Bataan will sue for time at the 5 and 19 minute mark of the second period. Their lead has been trimmed down to 2, 25-23. Gandang matchup ito, Coach Mike. Parehong athletic, parehong may tantalizing upside, I should say. Ito si J. Margimpayan. Sa si Mitchell Baines.
Pagka pinagkakaiba lang naman nila is how they operate offensively. I think the defensive side, both guys can actually defend inside the paint. They can locate and do closeouts, even the length of the floor. Pero sa offensive, magkaiba. Mitchell Baines loves to operate from the outside in. Samantalang ito si J. Margimpayan of cuts and offensive rebounds. That's where he gets a lot of his scoring from.
Sa alam mo, gusto ko sa matchup na yan, pareho naman yan na hindi household names sa college eh. Dito na sumikat pareho yan sa MPBL eh.
Correct. And
Then-
which is exactly what the MPBL does to players,
Yeah.
with that profile, allowing them that opportunity to shine.
That's the essence, basically,
Mhm.
of our league, Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. At ito, Biñan may pagkakataon tumabla o makalamang on this possession. Subido for the lead. No, Kapulong grabs another board for Bataan. Minus in and out. Remember that in and out? And
Oh,
then
yes.
that Julius Irving type move he had against Ilagan Isabela.
That was here.
Yun,
in
dito
this
yun.
gym. In this gym. Which is, yan yung pinag-usapan natin kanina, how they operate offensively. From the outside in, itong si Mines. And ito naman si Gimpayan talaga, works off ball, be it crashing rebounds or doing high-low actions.
Masingit ko lang. Ang gusto ko dito kasi sa Orion, laging mayroong kakaibang play na more often than that nangyayari.
Oo.
Yung game winner ni Ives Sazon, yung Hail Mary shot ni Jun Manzo.
Yes. This has been a place for very memorable,
Yeah.
moments for the MPBL.
And this venue is literally beside the bay.
Yes.
Di ba? As in, pag tinawid mo, I think hindi ko alam yung orientation eh. Maarating ka in Manila in a
Manila.
matter of a few kilometers. Kung babiyahe ka dito by land, iikutin mo talaga yung Bay Area na yan eh. Kapulong, rebound ulit. His 4th rebound to go along with his 8 points. Ives Sazon
Yeah.
traveled.
That's a travel. Clearly. You jab the same side and you go back to that same side, that is going to be a travel. And so that's why coaches tell you to, cross it up, go the other side, and so you get the ball on the floor before you even lift that pivot foot.
Biñan has yet to make a free. 0 out of 6. Bola na tapik. Flores, great outlet. Sazon is free. 4-2 on the other side.
Again, nagsisimula ulit sa defensive end. Yan ang nakikita natin so far dito sa Bataan Risers. And so far, they forced Biñan into 4 turnovers, to which they got, 4 points out of it.
Pingris, signature one-hander from Pinoy Sakuragi.
Mahirap nang pigilan yun pag ganon. Ganun kalapit, ganun kalaki ng space, you're not gonna get to it. Remember that shot that he made in Gilas? With Jason Castro driving and him curling up and relocating and catching that 2-foot shot? That was the exact same move.
Sazon misfires from the outside. Octobre thought about it.
I would love for him to take that shot kanina.
Now he
Misfire.
wants it at the post against Kenny Roacorva. Octobre, the pass, but he traveled.
I'd like to correct myself. I said it was a mismatch down on the low block, but not so much because of the activity of a very athletic Kenny Rocacorva.
Fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X-Pop personal karaoke speaker every day. Karaoke.
You load up on the big man on the post entry pass, you steal it, deflect it, you gotta throw it up the other way. A good finish para dito sa Risers.
27-25, dalawa ang hinahabol ng Biñan. Inside, matik na yan for Mark Pingris.
A post-up clinic by Mark Pingris against Kapulong. Malakas ang katawan ni Kapulong, pero advantage sa position si Mark Pingris sa sitwasyon na yun.
And this is a lineup that is so intriguing to watch, featuring at the front court si Warren Bonifacio at saka si Mark Pingris. As Ives Sazon traveled again.
Yeah, pero so far, ang difference is, really a flat start for Warren Bonifacio. He's 0 out of 2 from the field. He only has 4 rebounds. And, he's so much better than that.
Obviously, different types of games, Coach Mike. Or if you remember, during the heyday of Mark Pingris, when he was winning championships in the PBA, yung kasama niya sa front court was also a deadly outside shooter in Joe Devance.
Oo.
At na marunong din pumoste, ah.
Oo, totoo.
And si Warren Bonifacio is a type of guy that could hit shots from free and also could post up.
Yes. Kaya nga pumasok si Warren Bonifacio, we've been talking about this repeatedly. the ability to get to high-low situations, whether it be Mark Pingris on top or Warren Bonifacio down low. You know, you can invert that situation. It really would not matter. Good
Hubert
decision.
Cani with a great take. Basket and one.
And that momentary hesi freezes up that defense and allows that quick reaction downhill para dito kay Hubert Cani.
Fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X Play on the go speaker. Take your music anywhere.
You see how Kenny was on his side as he was going downhill trying to catch up against Hubert Cani. That's just point guard smarts for Hubert.
Also has stepped up to the plate with the absence of Robbie Darang. And completes the three-point play. Lamang ulit ang Bataan, 30-27. Under 2 minutes left. Roa Curva.
Post up.
Maestre has the size advantage over Ives Sazon. Maestre can't convert. Kapulong with his 6th rebound. Cani in and out.
Oh,
Finding his spot.
Oh,
That's
no.
a beautiful looking stroke galing kay Hubert Cani.
That's one of his favorite moves. A little in and out coming from the left side of the floor, heading towards the nail. And if that defense drop coverages, he's gonna create that space and lift for that make shot.
No hesitation from Hubert. 5 straight points to give Bataan a 5-point lead over Biñan, 32-27.
Too easy.
Special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Magandang laban po ang inyong natutunghayan sa ating Marliga Pilipinas Basketball League. Biñan versus Bataan. Hubert Cani has scored the last 5 points for the Risers, who have Pampanga on August 19, and then 14 and 25, Manila and Parañaque. So very important games. And if you're Bataan, you want to win those matchups against Manila
Yes.
and Parañaque.
Yes. Because you feel you got a good chance of winning them.
And that game against Pampanga will be held again at home para sa Bataan.
Mark's gonna go to work right now. He wants to isolate against Kapulong.
Pingris. Floats it up. No. Tapik ni Bonifacio. Wala pa din. Gabawan finally clears it for Bataan.
It has not been a very comfortable game so far for Warren Bonifacio.
And I think the defense has been, for the most
Yes.
part, on point for
Yes.
Bataan, at least in the first half.
Yes, without a doubt.
Gabawan with 6 on their shot clock. Skip pass. Ramirez, same spot, different result, a miss. Pamboy with 35 seconds to go here in the second period. Raimundo. The pass to Pingris. At di sila nagkaintindihan ni Mike Maestre.
Yeah.
At meron tayong timeout by Bataan.
Yeah, and Mark knew it that it was on him.
And 27 seconds left. We'll be back after the short break. .27 seconds left. 5-point lead. Coach Boyet, look of concern dahil di pa sila makaabante dito. Bataan has been holding strong, especially on the defensive end. And together in the backcourt is Hubert Cani and Alfred Flores. About a 3-second differential between shot and game clock. Flores will milk the clock. Both teams in penalty. Flores thought about it. Cani on the left side against Roa Curva. Hubert. Kapulong has hit shots from the outside lately, but that time a miss. And that's gonna do it here in the first half. And Kenny Roa Curva and the rest of Biñan, Tatak Gel, Peace Motorcycle Tire has had a tough go so far against Bataan as they hold on to this 5-point lead at the half, 32-27.
Nakan.
Coach, feel ko pinapakitaan kayo.
Nagsidagol. Fade away, one-hander.
James Sena, 15 points in this game, and he is featured in our Gixer Great Move of the Game, Born for Great.
This has to be the play of the game.
Oh yeah.
Put it in the top 10. Number 10. Tapos si Coach Egay. Reaction ni Coach Egay. Pero mo, yumuyo ko, natawa yan eh. Yumuyo ko.
Back to PJ against Joshua Yero. Gets past him and rolls it in. Cuts the lead down to 11.
What a finger roll by PJ. Getting past a couple of black shirts and scooping it up. Ibang klase yung finger roll na yun. Off-legged pa. Pero again, stretch na rin kasi yung mileage ng ibang players dito sa Cagers. Eh, no? Oh, what a finish!
Oh, Ramos had to improvise there. At he did that in successful fashion para sa Muntinlupa Cagers. A little run here being made by the guys in blue.
You know what I like about that? He was clearly decided that I'm going to challenge this defense of JJ Pido. And what I like also about it is immediately after he made that shot.
First basket of the game.
Pumayod siya doon at apat ulit ang lamang ng Mindoro. Dipsido from Alfred Flores.
Very shifty yung ganawan na yun na si Flores.
Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Pactalio attacks, fakes off his defender. Wow, able to sneak that one through.
Oh man, that's what you miss about a Mactalio, you know? Guys will always say, you know, when you see Mactalio with the ball, he always is gonna find a way to score. And right here, you know, scoop underneath.
Yambing, balik kay Alfred Flores. Malayo ito, galing sa tres! On net! Gutsy shot from Alfred Flores.
I gotta wake myself up. Parang feeling ko, linggo pa rin eh. Naalala ko pa rin si Doy Remoca.
Alfred Flores has come alive here.
Was the first assistant, and then they brought in Coach Onak Magtulis and Coach Richard De La Rosa.
Oh, okay.
Both of their teammates during their championship run before. Whoa.
Where did that come from?
Somebody is letting out a lot of rage.
They've had enough of turnovers. Ball got stolen, but not this time. Go off Art and J-Boy Solis on the floor at the same time. Good cut.
Mactalio with a reverse.
That to me is really just understanding basic spread offense basketball. See this right here. Ball on the post. That weak side guy, 45, has to cut. And how about that control of Mactalio?
Gixer, great move of the game. Born for greatness. Coughs up the ball. 2 seconds remaining. Calo
Steps into a free. Knocks that one down to beat the buzzer. What a night for Eman Calo. May duda pa ba?
Hindi, isang quarter pa, pwede pa magbago isip natin. Pero sa quarter na ito, hindi magbabago ang isip natin that Eman Calo was definitely the best player.
Ah, parang wala lang. Talagang umiling-iling pa. Highlights of the game brought to you by
Masama pa yung loob.
the official hydration partner. Kani, left corner shot, no.
What a
Minus
rebound.
climbing the ladder, puts it back and in. And a foul whistle on Mindoro.
Say it with your chest, Mr. Minus. After a beautiful play for the second chance, tulad nga nung sinabi mo, inakyat yung mataas na hagdanan. Hindi lang yun, umangat pa ng malakas. 3-point play pa ang kasama.
First contestants. Bonito sila. Asiwili, De La Rosa. From De La Torre. Wala pa tayong palakpakan dyan. Come on! Take it away, Willie De La Rosa. Whenever you're ready. And napagkakataon mo. Good luck. Pwede na. Willie De La Rosa. Thank you for joining. Next up, si Juanito Sica. All the way from Bataan. Nakasan mo, paring Juanito. Mga matyaman. Mapasayo ito si Suzuki Fernand Street. Bumuelo si Juanito Sica. Bye! Kapitan. Thank you for joining. Last but not the least from Pilar, si Rex Ventura. Alam mo na, Rex, ha? Ikaw na muna, Rex Ventura. Good luck. Hinagis si Rex. Sorry! Kundi ka na. Thank you for joining Hinagis Suzuki Half-Court Shot Challenge. The official motorcycle partner of the MPBL. Let's stick around for the second half action between the Biñan Gel Beast Motorcycle Tire Helix and your One Bataan Racers. Kamaya Close.
Halftime score po natin, 27 for Biñan and 32 for the One Bataan Risers. And Coach Mike, lamang yung Biñan, 13-11. But that was their last taste of the lead because Bataan went on a 12-0 run to have their biggest lead at 10 points. And what's most impressive, Coach Mike, is how well they defended in the first 2 quarters, talking about Bataan.
Oh, totoo yan. And you know, even the score itself tells you how low scoring this game is. Imagine, only 27 points for Biñan through 2 quarters. Really shows you, you know, may aspect ng defense dito sa game na to. But you cannot take away the fact that assists, you know, 7 apiece para sa kanilang dalawa. Inside points, a +4 advantage para dito sa Bataan. But really, it's been the defensive, you know, runs that's favoring Bataan as they score a +9 in that department. 13 versus 4. Pretty much defensive, a transition on the defensive game ang kailangang habulin dito ng Biñan.
And yung leading scorers for Biñan, no? Kenny Curva, 7 points. Mark Pingris had 6 all in the second period. Gimpayan with 4. For Bataan naman, Ives Sazon with 9. JL Capulong had 8, 5 each naman from Mitchell Mines and Hubert Cani. And here, we start off the third quarter. Pretty much the same unit
Yeah, the same unit that started the game.
para dito sa...
Bataan.
Actually, magkabilang kupunan eh.
Pareho lang, no?
So let's see which team can come out on top here to begin this quarter. Capulong has had big boys numbers so far, and Hernandez called for that personal.
Yeah, I've always believed that Capulong is better off facing the basket and trying to create space going downhill, moving in closer to the cup as opposed to back to the basket. That time, his power was pretty much, you know, moving the defense of Big Boy Hernandez until he got to that sweet spot where he feels that he can score better against the defense of Big Boy.
Free throws ang kailangan ayusin dito. JL Capulong only shooting 57.3% coming in. But both teams have been shooting, I was about to say, really well. Those were the first 2 misses though by Bataan. Gliding in was Roa Corva who scores on the other side.
And that's one facet of the game that Biñan really has to shore up their numbers. They are a -9 in the fast break points, and you know, good to see Kenny quickly going to open transition and deciding to finish.
Capulong sliding in, backdoor cut by Flores. Sweet spot from Rafi Octobre. Lista mo na.
2 on the ball, get the ball on the middle. Another defender comes in, gives it up to Alfred. Alfred locates a freer guy, which happens to be Rafi.
Lastimosa can't shake off the defense of Tutoy Ramirez. Bonifacio. Boy, oh boy, Octobre has been a beast on the defensive side of the floor for Bataan.
One action, though, that I have not seen from Warren Bonifacio is slip screening.
Fast break the game brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme Magpalamig, free installation for split-type air conditioners.
Well, Rinwell was not fast enough to get in front. CC3 finally a made basket for Warren Bonifacio. And I was talking about it earlier. I have not seen Warren Bonifacio get involved in a slip screen action because, in my opinion, he's a really good shooter from the outside. And that might be a good opportunity for him to, you know, explore.
Octobre facing up. Jumper off the mark. Roa Corva catches the pass from Lastimosa. Will pull it back out, and an offensive foul whistled on Big Boy Hernandez, I believe.
Sayang yung set na yun para sa Biñan. As Kenny was trying to pull back, you know, simultaneously when that whistle got blown. See the shot right here by Warren Bonifacio on the catch and shoot.
Oh, well, challenge pa rin yun, ha? Ni
Oo.
Rafi Octobre. No, Octobre, his production will not reflect on the stat sheet, but boy, he has altered a lot of shots by Biñan.
Well, battle of the big so far. This is clearly, you know, advantage para dito kay Capulong.
Oh, so far, ginagawa niyang ulam to si Big Boy Hernandez.
Yeah, and you know that Big Boy has, you know, a lot of pride in him to not to allow it. Pero talagang, ano ika nga sa salitang kalye, minamama nito
Oo.
ni Kapulong.
And mind you, Hernandez, kaya nga yan yung nickname niya eh. Hindi yan maliit na mama.
Oo, agree.
Alfred Flores from downtown, no. Ramirez tried to keep it alive, but he was the one who tapped it last.
If this is how Bataan would be playing the rest of the way this season, you might not want to meet them in the playoffs.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL.
And the reason that I say that is Hubert Cani is on the bench. That's another good guard. See Mark Pingres operating this time on Kapulong. And you also have Robbie Darang. How deep is that guard rotation para dito sa Bataan Risers?
And to your point, Coach Mike, currently, as we have Mark Pingres now at the free throw line. Well, before that, let's go courtside muna kay Miss Lyra Punsalan.
During Biñan's huddle, Coach Boyet did not hold back. Konting bangga lang, nagre-reklamo kayo agad, he said firmly, pushing his boys to toughen up on both ends. Play tough, play hard, work for it was his rallying call, especially with the challenge of containing Ives Sazon, who's been hitting up for Bataan. He singled out Kenny Rocacurva and Mike Maestre, asking them to step up and really own their roles. Kailangan nyo mag-usap ng maayos sa loob. The message was clear. It's time to level up the communication and grind harder together. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. And I think they're recognizing right now that this is not an easy task going up against the bigs of Bataan. And that's why communication is really key. They have to work out on how to defend, especially to si Jael Kapulong. So far, he's been having a field day inside the paint, Coach Mike.
Ikaw nga, yun, have a little bit of pride. I mean, you know, we're no pushovers. So, konting pisikalan, wag tayong angal ng angal. Let's be the bigger players, the more mature, the more veteran players on this game, and show them how it's actually done. Collectively, they have a lot of experience when you talk about Biñan. But the youth and the energy so far, getting the better of them. And the Risers have really done well so far in this game.
This is Rocacurva to Pingres. Chance to take the lead.
Yeah, better man movement here.
Bonifacio posting up on the right side. Now facing up. Jumper. Automatic. And now, he has given back the lead para dito sa Biñan, 35-34.
That's the difference with what Rafi Octubre has to contend with in the second half. In the first half, Warren got the ball but rarely took shots. Now, he's 2 out of 2 from the field, and that's exactly how you answer back. You gotta make his defense be honest as well by knocking down perimeter shots just like he does.
36-35. Isang labang ng Bataan after that Octobre jumper. He and Bonifacio have been having a matchup here in the third. A showdown, a duel. Bonifacio, Mintes. Bola mananatili sa panig ng Biñan.
I like the man movement right now of Biñan, Put that ball on the post, get a flare action over to the wing guy, and then get a stagger from the weak side guy. So much better ball in man movement. There's that slip.
Bonifacio forcing it up and in, plus a foul.
I tell you, he's one of the toughest big men to guard on a ghost or what's called a slip screen. Because once he gets that ball underneath, he's crafty enough and strong enough to finish.
My question to you, Coach Mike, is because with Pasay, he was exclusively playing as a 5-man at that center spot. He's now playing more as a 4. Is that the better position for him moving forward in his career to si Warren Bonifacio?
Well, either way, he can actually do it. The only challenge I feel if he plays the 5 might be a little bit undersized compared to the other bigs. But he pretty much, to your point, looking...
Napakagandang galaw naman yon. Pinaita na naman tayo ni Mitchell Mines.
Mitch Mines never runs out of highlights here in Kamalig. Oh my goodness.
He has turned the Orion Sports Complex his personal playground. Bonifacio no, Kapulong with his 7th rebound.
And the Risers are loving this version of Mitch Mines.
Kapulong Jacks up a free. No good. Pingris with a rebound.
Well, that's the shot that Biñan wanted him to take. That shot from the outside.
But he's been making that in the last 5 games. Came in 3 out of 4 from long distance. Minus got a piece of that pass. Kani, hesitation.
Similar move earlier.
Gabawan back to Hubert Kani. They lead by 1. Sazon puts it on the deck. Kani for free. No. And Lastimosa will track it down for Biñan. Past the halfway point of the 3rd period. Raimundo laban kay Sazon. Pamboy drives right at the baseline. And his foot caught on that baseline there. Turnover laban dito sa Biñan.
He was either waiting for that corner fill on that baseline drive. This beautiful move right here.
Kickser, great move of the game. Born for greatness.
Mitchell minus. Oh my goodness. Yup and under. What a move.
Paging siya ay natuwa sa kanyang sariling galaw doon. Oh, what a pass. What a fake. But Javier fails to finish.
He was clearly disappointed with himself. He knew he had a good fake. Couldn't finish it though. You got to forget about that and move on to the next play.
Approaching the 4-minute mark of the 3rd. Raimundo again at the baseline. The pass to Roa Curva guarded by Minus. Lastimosa, catch and shoot. No. Gabawan. Siya na magbababa dito. Jamil. The pass to
Gotta take
Javier.
it. Gotta take it.
And he does, but he misses. Raimundo forward pass. Lastimosa puts it up. No go. Sazon the rebound. Minus in transition. Look out! And a foul given up by Mark Pingris.
Crowd was ready to explode on that dribble attack by Mitch Minus. Going downhill. Mark Pingris stood his ground. Got called.
Let's go courtside to Miss Lyra Punsalan.
Inside the Bataan huddle, Coach Ogie was all fire but full of belief. He reminded the Risers na konti na lang makukuha na natin to. He emphasized expanding their defense and staying sharp on the little things like boxing out and transition defense. Stay consistent in the little things, he said. Yan ang magdadala sa atin. With momentum swinging, he urged them to stay calm, stay composed dahil babalik yan anytime. Huwag niyong payagan dahil bahay natin to. It was a call to protect their lead and finish strong. No room for letting up now. Back to you guys.
And that's exactly what they're doing right now, Lyra. A massive 3-point shot by Ves Sazon. First guy in double fingers with 12 points. Roa Curva calmly answers right back for Biñan.
That's how you respond. After a really good baseline out of bounds set for one of the best shooters from 3 of the Bataan Risers, you come back and hit it from the 3 as well.
Tig-12 puntos na si Ves Sazon at si Kenny Roa Curva. Jamil Gabawan with that inside incursion. Balik sa tatlong lamang ng Bataan. 43-40.
Somehow foot speed downhill. Gabawan versus Bonifacio. You like to think may advantage ito si Gabawan, the downhill. And exactly what we saw the previous play.
Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
And that momentary freeze allowed that defense of Warren Bonifacio to stop, the quick reaction to go again, and that defense pretty much came in late.
Chris Javier to Mitchell Minus. Turns the corner. Minus again. That time can't convert. In traffic, Jamil Gabawan got fouled by Warren Bonifacio.
I felt Jamil Gabawan. He had Chris Javier right there on the wing 3, but trusting his preparations for games, he decided to go for that shot.
JJ Pido comes in. He will replace Warren Bonifacio. They will downsize here, talking about Biñan. Special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer.
Yeah, and I'd like to think that the downsize really is to match up with these guys of the Risers. See Robbie Darang right there. That is also one of the guards that clearly, if he gets activated, that's a deep enough point guard rotation that you have on your team.
Jamil Gabawan only 2 points but does have 9 rebounds. Apat ulit ang lamang ng Bataan. As we approach 2 minutes, Jonathan Gray is now in for Biñan. Gimpayan, handoff, papunta kay Renzo Sobido. Jonathan Gray up top. Gray with 9 on their shot clock. JJ Bido attacks, leaning left. Tough shot. Javier fails to control the rebound, giving Biñan another possession. Sobido, the dump inside. Gimpayan, wala. Gets it back. Gimpayan, wala pa din.
Grabe yung effort ni J-Mar Gimpayan talaga, no?
Minus. Biñan is in penalty, so Mitchell Minus will go to the line for 2 shots.
Sasson is right there. You see him on that corner side of the floor. Hopefully he's okay. He's limping a little bit as Mitch Minus goes to the line. You know what I hope Mitch Minus would have done? Would be just to do a pull-up in that situation. He didn't have to go through the defense. Defense kept drop coveraging, and at some point, you have to stop on that elbow for a dime and a shot.
Hailing from La Union, Mitchell Minus. Actually, as Gabawan troops back to the bench, they're trying to sort things out here. I think kailangan palitan dito si Jamil Gabawan. Mukhang may dugo, no, sa kanyang braso. So Kapulong will replace him.
Mukhang nanggaling yan dun sa rebounding action kanina with J-Mar Gimpayan on the other end.
Minus sinks in the first free throw. Actually, his first sport was badminton. Ito si Mitchell Minus. Then got invited by his friend to try out for the inter-school basketball. Never got to play for the regional meet before the palarong pambansa. No plans of playing varsity ball in college. So hindi siya kabilang dyan sa mga UAP, NCAA, even UCAL, NCRAA. And well, he tried out for Netran and CEU. Tinanggap naman siya. Pero hindi na niya tumuloy kasi he got homesick. Pero dito sa MPBL was where he found his niche. And is one of the household names right now dito para sa Bataan as JL Kapulong niluwa yung kanyang one-hander.
Well, minsan yung mga players, you know, as they chase for that dream and that aspiration of playing in the big leagues, you see a 3 attempt here and a make by Jonathan Gray. You got to watch out for that guy. You know he's got range. Going back to that story about Mitch Minus, homesickness talaga ang kalaban minsan ng mga dreams, no?
Yeah. 45-43, we have a good one here in Orion.
Good skip.
Minus dashes in from deep.
Oh man, that play was perfectly done by the Risers. Ball one side, got 2 on the ball, swung it on the weak side wing. Defense closes out. They got that high-low and Kapulong with a quick decision to kick it out for that corner 3.
Mitchell Minus with 11 points. Gray knocked down a 3 earlier. Gimpayan, they swing it around. Bido for 3, no. Gimpayan was fouled by Ives Sazon.
Oh my.
You love that.
Yeah. You just love a competitive game and guys really understand it. Look at this play right here. High-low on that swing pass and another diagonal pass to the waiting hands of Mitch Minus who was holding that corner 3.
3-point shot brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances. Konting girian, pero nauwi sa yakapan.
Oo. May mga ganun talaga sa buhay.
Oh my.
Parang nakaka-relate si JRT.
Gimpayan, pasok yung kanyang pangalawang free throw. 5.6 rebounds for Waray.
Para lang malaman mo kung gaano kasipag itong si J-Mar Gimpayan sa rebound.
Oh.
He has 6 rebounds, 5 of them offensive. Oh my goodness. Diba?
Oo, lagi naman yan eh. J-Mar Gimpayan, matik yan sa kanya.
Sipag.
Time winding down in the third. One-on-one. Kani against Sobido. Octobre, right place at the right time. Able to beat the buzzer. And able to back it in. Rafi Octobre with 6 points here in the third period. And that shot will definitely count. As Bataan tries to end their misery here at home. Highlights of the game brought to you by SIP Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration.
Well, Biñan actually started the quarter with a lot of force and getting a lot of defensive stops, but Bataan Risers got their groove back, and it's been back and forth with Biñan so far. The bigs got into it, and a really good, assists issued by Bataan Risers, including this one from that corner three by Mitch Minus. Bataan right now up 6.
Born for greatness. Just wanna greet a couple of people. Happy birthday. Tomorrow is the birthday of the very proud son of my partner, Coach Mike. Walang iba kundi si Justin Perez. Happy birthday. Bukas po yan. And also happy birthday to my good friend. Nakakasal lang si Monica Rica Franca Jose and si Daryl Jose. I think they are in Negros Occidental. Napaka-avid MPBL fan yan si Daryl Jose.
Oh, wow. Well, happy birthday to you guys, and happy birthday as well to my eldest, Mr. Rice Sports himself, Justin Perez. Well, we'll figure out where we go tomorrow. Happy birthday. Very proud of you, my son.
And also happy birthday to Sir Luther. Pinapasabi ni Sir Oximoso and Mommy Lorna. And yung quarter scoring natin, no? Lahat ng quarters walang umabot ng 20 points magkabilang kupunan, Coach Mike.
Clearly, it's been a defensive game with teams really executing good offensive sets. And so it's not that low, but it's still below 20 only because, guys have been active in pursuing defensive coverages and very disciplined in executing their offensive schemes. But the thing about Bataan right here is, poise.
Yeah.
Finishing strong this game.
Mitchell Minus able to maintain his footing. This guy has been a revelation. Rafi Octobre! He traveled, unfortunately. He thought I got away with one.
Was that because we don't have a zero step?
Ito
Let's see that. Pivot foot. Oh, that should be good.
Yun nga eh.
That should be good. He took the shot.
I don't know, really.
That should be good. Planted that foot, elevated, and took the shot before he landed that pivot.
Pido again leaning left. He loves that kind of shot, si JJ Pido, no?
Oh, yung floater na medyo may fade going one side.
Oo.
That's a quick release for him.
So babalik si Alfred Flores. Ray will trigger it in. Kasama niya si JJ Pido, J-Mar Gimpayan, Mark Pingris, and Renzo Subido. Oh, what a find. Pingris though fails to finish, but he cleans up its own miss for 2 more points for Pinoy Sakuragi now with 10 points and 7 rebounds. Baba sa 4 ng lamang. Octobre free for a free. It's good! Big shot. But coming right back is Waray Gimpayan.
Well, you make your shot, but you have to be mindful that you still got to play defense going down, and this is exactly what Gimpayan did. Habang nagse-celebrate si Rafi, he exploited that situation. Able to chase downhill and get that advantage.
Sobino called for that foul. Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Ganda nung turnout na naman natin, no? Dito sa Orion, nakita mo. Ganda ng assist nila dito sa One Bataan Risers.
Oo, ganda. Ang bilis ng assist.
Di ba?
Oo.
Free throw, knocked down by Alfred Flores. No, I'm saying it with jest, but this has quietly been one of the great crowds here this season in the MPBL. They've been a great six-man here for Bataan.
Yes. And these guys never fail to, support their teams in their home games. Either it be here or sa may Bataan People Center, these guys really are up for basketball, especially for MPBL.
I feel like lalo dito sa Orion.
Oh yeah, that's right. Another three right here.
Gray, a miss. Sazon, the rebound. Alfred Flores moves closer, using his left hand for the finish.
Oh man, that's just understanding numbers right there. He's got a couple of guys guarding him and that left side space free. And since he's very comfortable finishing left, he just went in that space and created. Not a good shot.
When you look at how the season of Bataan has gone, Coach Mike, as we have a foul whistle here. Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Now, just going back to my point. The single win they had against an opponent above 500 against Pasay. Well, during nung time kasi nung Muntinlupa was 4-0. Pero ngayon kasi 10-11 ng Muntinlupa eh. So you would say, I think, with the landscape right now, yun yung kaisa-isa nilang panalo na against a top contender in Pasay. That was a road win. Here, they have a chance against Biñan, who's also been playing well. They've won their last 4 games. And now Bataan is up by 9, 57-48.
And magandang baseline ito sa moving forward nila to this season, especially if they try to get a spot at least in the number 10. Well, Mark Pingris in here.
Oops. Wala yan.
Wala. Kanina pa naman sila nagkakaroon ng ganyan. Pero,
Wala.
just competitive guys trying to win a basketball game.
Ayun, pinapik. Bagsak silang dalawa. At agad naman inakayan ni Kuya Mark si Jamil.
Tibay rin yung dalawang niya maglaro eh.
Yeah.
Si Mark, no doubt. Talagang yan, sanay sa mga ganyan.
Curva, he attacks and a foul down low, but it's gonna be 2 free throws coming up for Kenny after that foul by William Bing.
And again, I like this insert of Rin William Bing in this crucial part of the game because this will help in his confidence, to bring him back to that QC Rin William Bing.
Sa QC kasi, ang ganda nung simula niya eh. Then he kind of tapered off at the latter stages of the elimination phase. This free throw, at sa atin na Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. First miss at the line from Kenny Roacurva. Sorry, second miss. It's 3 out of 5. 12 points to lead the way for Biñan. Ito yung free throw shooting natin. Hindi naman nagkakalayo. But remember, Biñan, in their losses most recently, especially against, I forgot the team that they went up against. Ang dami nila na-miss na free throws doon eh. Again, I think it was against Batangas, where they missed, I think, 15 free throws, if I'm not mistaken. As Sazon misfires from the outside. Also against Pampanga, dami nila na-miss na free throws doon. That was a low-scoring game. Now here, they're figuring out in another low-scoring one against Bataan.
Ito sa pagkakataon na to, I think, well, Kenny Rocacorva was smart enough to make an attempt before attempt at the 3 in the hope that he gets 3 free throws. He knew that nobody was going to be able to stop him. He was just waiting for that moment that the whistle was going to be blown. And that's where he took that shot attempt.
Coach Ogie mapping out the play here. 6:25 left here in the fourth period. Biñan is trailing by 8, 57-49.
So far, the significant difference has been the made threes.
So tinignan nila, no, kung potential unsportsmanlike foul.
And it looks, is it
Out of shooting ba?
Yeah, out of shooting. But it's not an unsport, right? It's just
Hindi,
a regular
hindi.
foul.
Regular foul lang.
Regular foul.
Kenny Rocacorva. Pasok yung kanyang unang free throw. Trims the gap to 7. 14 points now for Kenny. Special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer.
So far, Kenny's been carrying that scoring load. He's got 14 alongside Mark Pingris, who's got 10.
Rafi Octobre quietly has 9 points and 5 rebounds for Bataan. Oh, great pass. They've been doing that really beautifully, that out, in, and then out, Coach Mike.
Yes. And that's so you move the defense. And right now, Biñan, judging from that last defensive stand, really going zone. What a rebound by Kenny. Oh my goodness.
And the putback from Rocacorva. Now has 16 points, lead down to 5. And Biñan making their move. This was that big-time rebound by Kenny Roger Rocacorva. And they pull to within 5, 57-52, timeout Bataan. Ito yung matchup natin, no? Dalawang athletic forwards, Coach Mike. Waray and Mitchell Maynes.
Yeah, Mitch Maynes, getting that 4-point advantage over Jmar Gimpayan. Pero pag tinignan mo yung shot attempts, really more of Jmar Gimpayan. Pero a lot of those attempts by Jmar has really been because of the offensive rebounds that he's getting. So, higa nga parang sariling sikap din para dito kay Jmar. Samantalang si Mitch Maynes, really for the most part, getting fed by his teammates.
And Gimpayan having the edge and rebounds, but Maynes with 4 more points.
Yeah, which is pretty much the profile of these guys. Rebounding, big in Jmar Gimpayan, and then a scoring guy in Mitch Maynes.
Under 6 minutes left here in the fourth period.
This zone has slowed down itong Risers.
Kani can't can the free. Rocacorva on the run. Pido lalapit and makes that short stab.
Well, the things that we've observed so far, at least for the previous, things that has happened. Biñan has gone on a zone. They have allowed 4 3-point attempts for the Risers. This one being the 5th one. That still is empty. And it's been Kenny Rocacorva driving downhill. And it's the same thing that's happening here. Oh, good steal by Alfred.
The anticipation, Flores. The dump down low, Hubert Kani. Count it, plus a foul.
Wow, and it almost appeared that Alfred Flores was actually inviting Kenny Rocacorva to try and challenge. After this steal, it was off to the races. Kenny was thinking defend, but wisely he gave it up over Kani.
This is the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Win more game with 1xBet.
And you have to give credit to Hubert Kani for running alongside Alfred Flores that time, not assuming that Alfred was going to finish.
Completes the 3-point play, Hubert Kani.
A little bit of breathing room here for Bataan. They're up 6.
8 points off the bench from Hubert Kani. The bench has been key para dito sa Bataan. We already have 36 bench points led by Mitchell Maynes and Ives Sazon. JJ Pito though also has been a spark plug para dito sa Biñan.
4 important points in succession from JJ Pido. Brings them to just a 4-point deficit against the Risers at home.
Flores, pasa kay Kani. Back to Alfred Flores. Sazon, no hesitation. Off the mark. Pamboy, the rebound.
That 3-point percentage has dropped. It's now at 18%. About 6-7 misses already for Bataan.
Pamboy knew it was off as soon as it left his hands.
They're gonna go back to that zone again.
Kani will milk the clock. Under 4 minutes left. Bataan with a 4-point cushion. Sazon, this time from mid-range. It's good!
That's the better shot. That's the better look. You haven't come up with anything from 3. Move that ball. Get that basket cut down the corner for that shooter right about the dunker spot. And make him shoot it from there. And Ives Sazon knocks it down.
14 points for Ives Sazon. A timeout by Biñan. They're down by 6. Fan of the Game is brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. We want a great turnout here in Orion. And Bataan seeking to improve to 4-3 at home. Commissioner Kenneth Teremdes at the middle, joined by Head of Operations Emer Oreta and Head of Security Rooney Distrito. And always a fun sight dito sa Kamalig, Coach Mike.
That's right. And always Kamalig, supporting their team in the Bataan Risers. They've been the important 6-man para dito sa Risers.
Mark Pingris with a solid performance, 10 points, 9 rebounds, closing in on a double-double. But his team is behind by 6. 3.5 to go here in regulation. Bonifacio back to Roakurva. Kenny against Ives. Drives left, high off the glass, no. And a rebound controlled by Jamil Gabawan. Itatawid ni Alfred Flores laban kay Renzo Zobido.
They've gone man now, itong Biñan. Same play that they ran earlier. They didn't have that high-low.
Sazon, Kapulong, palabas kay Hubert Kani. 3 seconds left. Kani to bail them out. No. Bonifacio with a rebound. Bonifacio only 6 points and 8 rebounds. Pido has picked up the slack para sa Biñan, knocking down a 3. JJ Pido has come alive. 7 points off the bench. 1 possession ball game. Hubert Kani, pocket pass. Kapulong! Able to adjust mid-air and score.
They have played that empty ball screen perfectly well. We've seen that 3-4 times all game long. And another good roll by John Kapulong.
JL, 10 points, 8 rebounds. Zubido could not finish, but free throws coming up for Renzo Zubido.
Boy, but how about JJ Pido? Crucial field goal makes in this game for Biñan. See this right here. He's given that screen. Hubert goes under. He takes the three, knocks it down. But then again, the other end, JJ tried to help, and Warren Bonifacio was late on that roll. They got two on the ball that situation. Nobody peeled off to catch that roll by JL Capulo. And ang ganda rin ang pagkaka-finish niya doon. We talked about defense and everything, pero nakita mo yung offensive execution. No? It's much to be admired as well from both these teams.
Biñan at stake here. Should they win this one, they will move up to solo third. Solo third, I should say, with 14 wins and 7 losses. While Bataan, ang malaking bagay sa kanila dito is Quezon City is just half a game behind them for that 10th spot, the final spot for that play-in. And you mentioned, Coach Mike, how they could be a dangerous foe, especially yung mga nasa 7 and 8.
Right.
Which is Pasay and Ilagan, should they stay in those positions. Remember, they had that close loss against Ilagan here, and then they won against Pasay. And even against Pangasinan, that was their very first game of the season. That was on the road. Lamang pa nga sila in the first half. Nahabol lang sila ng Pangasinan dun.
Yeah, and for all you know, this might be the game shift that the Risers needed. You know, guys, following what they prepared for, offensively and defensively. And the thing is, guys are actively pursuing defensive rebounds. That's what you like. Not settling for, kayo na kumuha ng bola, magpa-fast break na ako sa kabila. We have to secure the defensive rebound first before we can actually run. And I think that's very clear on the instructions of Coach Ogie and the rest of the staff of the Bataan Risers.
Split at the line by Subido. That's why this remains a 2-possession ball game heading into the last 2 minutes. Can Bataan hold on? Ives Sazon is free, but it will roll out.
This is gonna be crucial possession para dito sa Biñan.
Pamboy. Bounce pass intended to Bonifacio, and a hold against Babawan. Penalty na ang Bataan dito.
I think they'll review this. This being under 2 minutes, right?
Hindi nila pwede i-review.
Okay.
Ang pwede lang nila i-review under the last 2 minutes is out of bounds.
Okay. So, but there's a challenge right now.
This is a risky one by Bataan. They will use that. We'll be back for the result.
Risers' challenge was successful, and the call was
Successful,
overturned.
ha?
Offensive
Yung challenge
foul
ni Coach
number
Ogie.
4, Warren Bonifacio is second.
Here it is.
Yeah, he wasn't. Well, in a way, merong hawak early, pero wala dun yung pito eh. Nandito sa moment na to yung pito.
And the ball was loose. That's why Bataan will gain possession here. 64-60, the Risers with a 4-point lead. 1 minute and 43 left here in the fourth quarter.
Biñan's gonna need a stop here.
Flores. The pass to Cani. These two have played heavy minutes together here in the second half. Coach Mike, ito si Flores saka si Hubert Cani.
Yes, pretty much. And, you know, that's something that has done well for the Risers. Oh, Hubert with a 3. Oh my goodness. Where did that come from?
A massive shot to give them a 7-point advantage. Bonifacio floats it up and in. Biñan still alive, down by 5.
I still say Warren Bonifacio has not gotten enough touches for looks to make an attempt. Now Biñan's got to get a stop.
A minute remaining. Octobre to Flores, back to Cani against Pamboy Raimundo.
They will space it out or not.
He wants an ISO up top. Hubert Cani gets to his spot. My goodness! Hubert Cani delivers here for Bataan.
Oh my goodness. Hubert Cani, with a couple of important made threes, has played 23 minutes in this game, but none more important than these baskets right here. Little in and out against the defense of Pamboy. Knocks down that 3. And then as we head back, we got Warren Bonifacio answering with that, attacking the closeout of Rafi Octubre. And Hubert Cani has got one more in his bag, again against Pamboy Raimundo, on a little one-on-one, and a step back, elbow side, looks good, goes in.
And Biñan forced to call time. They're down by 7, 69-62. Hubert Cani, 8 of his 13 points coming here in the fourth after going scoreless in the third. Oh boy, he has been clutch here para sa Bataan.
And he was 2 out of 2 in the crucial moments of this game.
Peña Redondo, Mintes, Kapulong, 10 points, 9 rebounds. 30 seconds remaining. And boy, this could be what Bataan needs moving forward if they pull through. The pass, Kapulong! And it's probably night-night here in Orion. JL Kapulong, 12 points, 9 rebounds. And more importantly, what a setup job by Alfred Flores.
Well, collectively, these guys have played with a lot of freedom and a lot of clarity. That was the very same play that they ran earlier. This time around, it came from the middle action. But Kapulong, again, sliding from that corner and getting to that basket cut. Twice, he's made those shots.
Let's listen in to Coach Boyet. Or actually, we will stay on the air as Coach Boyet mapping out a play here. Down by 9 points, itong Biñan, 71-62, 19.7 seconds left. No more timeouts. And Coach Mike, Biñan is only 3 out of 15 from beyond the arc tonight.
Yeah, and I feel that, minute and 43 situation when they had to defend, couldn't make a basket until that 3 by Hubert Cani, which quickly Warren Bonifacio answered back. What they didn't expect was that quick step back from Hubert Cani.
Peña Redondo, the catch. Raimundo drives. Floater short, and that's gonna do it. Bataan What a character-building win here. 11.7 seconds left. And Coach Mike, when you look at their schedule, apart from those matchups here in August against Manila, Pampanga, and Parañaque, they still have Val City, the one that was postponed because of the typhoon. They have a huge one against Quezon, and then Sarangani and Bacolod.
And those are very important games in my opinion. Now, if you're the Bataan Risers with this impending win, you know you're in a good rhythm. This is, I feel, the game that the Risers needed to profile and identify who they really are as a team. Guys have, very designated roles with a lot of clarity. The offensive schemes have been fluid. The defensive effort has been there. And so the Risers get this win at home over Biñan.
And this win is one for the books because they defeat a team above 500, itong Biñan, and Bataan securing win number 8, snapping those back-to-back losses. And this guy certainly was key down the stretch. The former FEU Tamaraw, Hubert Cani, our best player of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
13 points in 24 minutes, 5 of 12 shooting, but none more crucial than those last 2 shot attempts. This one being that 3, and the other last one, this huge step back amidst the defense of Pamboy Raimundo.
And what an important victory para dito sa Biñan. Sorry, for Bataan over Biñan as they win this one by 11 points, 73-62. And a lot of heroes. Jael Capulong almost at a double-double.
Yes.
But at courtside is Hubert Cani with Miss Lyra Punsalan.
Hubert, congratulations. This is such a big win for Bataan. You really defended your home well at inalagaan nyo yung lamang nyo hanggang dulo. How did you guys maintain that consistency? Of course, especially during crunch time.
Lahat ng yun pinapractice namin, and lahat ng mga bagong coaches namin, tinulungan kami para manalo this game. And yun, sabi ko nga sila, stay composed sa game kasi alam namin yung Biñan, magbabalik sa game yan, so we just stay composed.
And you also really stood up really defensively today. How important, special is this win for you, especially sa suporta ng mga taga-Bataan na patuloy sumusuporta sa inyo despite your recent struggles?
Ayun, syempre sobrang laking factor ng mga taga-Bataan na nag-support sa amin. And of course, yung effort namin, the previous practices, nagbunga ngayon this game.
Hubert, may mga gusto ka pa bang pasalamatan?
Pinapasalamatan ko lahat ng fans. Thank you sa suporta, and sa mga teammates, coaches, and kay Boss Goody sa LGU namin, maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat and congratulations. May pahabol.
Ayun, happy birthday kay Luther Oximoso and sa family ko, Cani family, and sa mga relatives ko. Yun.
Again, maraming salamat and congratulations, Hubert Cani of the One Bataan Risers. Our best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. And ito, sa Thursday, tutungo tayo sa Pasay Astrodome. First game at 4 p.m. Pangasinan kontra Parañaque, followed by Marikina versus Cebu. And in our main game, the Pasay Voyagers, huge implications coming up, going up against the Quezon City Galleries Taipan. And that's gonna do it for our coverage here from Orion, Bataan. On behalf of Coach Mike Perez and Miss Lyra Punsalan, ako po si Ken Pangilinan. Maraming salamat sa pagtutok at pagsubaybay sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.